Alright, so just a little look of driving here. I'm going to pick up my girls from school. What I like to do often, I like to have the sunroof open, get some good light coming in. It's pretty hot today, so I might just have that closed for now. Often have the windows inside open, get those that fresh air, those good ions, right? Those air ions. And then the only other piece really that I paid too much attention to is the RF. That's the radio frequency. That's what's coming from the cell phones, cell towers. I have my phone that I'm looking at right now as I'm doing all these videos on airplane mode. There are a couple other steps that I also cover in another video that I have turned off. But as I'm driving, the biggest thing is cell towers. I'll just say that it is so easy to see on my meter. We want to typically stay in the 0.00 range, so 0.009 or lower. That's in milliwatts per meter squared. So just that is what Building Biology Institute uses. We want to try to stay under that 0.009, and typically when I'm not around a cell tower, not around a cell phone, we're pretty good. 0.004, right? That's not bad. That's a pretty safe level. Going further down. Once we get around a cell tower, that level will skyrocket. And so once I get near a cell tower, I'll maybe start another video and you'll see it. But right here, no cell towers. My cell phone is off. No one's in here with me. And we're pretty low. Those are the biggest things to look out for. There is like a magnetic field that the car creates that is a little above where we'd like it to be, but I mainly pay attention to just the cell towers. Again, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. You're going to be driving around cell towers, so as long as you keep your exposure to a minimum, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. This does lead to another point, and that is, yes, during the day we're going to have exposures. We're going to be around, sometimes, I go to concerts, I have to go to meetings sometimes, or be around people, go out to eat, and there's lots of cell phones. I'm okay with that if it's, not too long of an exposure. If I'm getting exposed to that for hours and days, 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, that for me is going to kill my system. I can handle it a couple hours, even 3 or 4 if needed. But another piece is what I'll get to in other videos is the sleep sanctuary. And that is something that in my bedroom, all the power's off and many different things. There's no cell towers. My cell phones are all turned down, off, or in airplane mode. So the readings are very low, and my body gets to recharge. Melatonin gets to take over, and if I haven't been exposed to too much artificial light as well, melatonin is going to really take over if I've been outside some. And I get to recharge. So if I get exposures, I feel kind of like my battery's been drained. I go back at night. I get that time now. That was not the case for many years for me and for most people. And I had tremendous difficulty sleeping. And I was getting worse and worse. My weight was at its worst around 118, and among many other things, my blood sugar was all over the place. I couldn't digest any food. I wasn't getting in that restorative sleep where the melatonin, that super antioxidant, could come in and do the restoration of the cells or get rid of the old cells, repair what's needed to be repaired. So I have that now. I do often sleep really well, and so we'll get to that in another video, creating a sleep sanctuary.